Hello friends, now we are starting the last article from this chapter, that is angle between two planes. So angle between two planes is defined as angle between their normals. Now normal means what? A line perpendicular to the plane. So let us suppose that this flat surface is nothing but a plane, and if this line is perpendicular to this plane, then we can say that it is normal to the plane. And what we are discussing, angle between two planes. And what is our definition? Angle between two planes is defined as angle between their normals. So try to understand this definition. So let us consider this plane, and let this will be say another plane which is perpendicular to this plane. So this first plane and this second plane are perpendicular to each other. If these two planes are perpendicular, means angle between them is what? 90 degree. Now observe that what will be the angle between their normals. So normal means what? This is the line which is perpendicular to this plane, and this line is called as what? Normal. Now this line is normal to the plane first, and this line is what? Normal to the plane second. So we can observe that normal to the plane second and normal to the plane first are also what? Perpendicular. अगर दो plane perpendicular है तो उनके normal. Let this will be the normal to the plane first, and here we will get another line which is normal to the plane second. So these two lines are also what? Perpendicular. Means what is the angle between normal? Is also 90 degree. So means in short you have to remember that to find out angle between two planes, we have to find out angle between their normals, isn't it? So hope the idea about definition is clear. Now normal means what? Lines, and we have seen how to find out angle between what? Two lines. Now in the first case we are considering equation of plane in vector form, and we are finding one formula to find out angle between two plane. So angle between planes r bar dot n1 bar is equals to P1 and r bar dot n2 bar is equals to P2. So let us suppose that these are equation of two planes, and we are discussing what? Angle between two planes. So is given by. So applying this definition, we are trying to find out a formula to find out angle between what? Two planes. Now what our definition says, that to find out angle between two planes, find out the angle between their normal. So which is the vector along normal first? N1 bar. Let us suppose that this will be say one line, and vector along this line is what? N1 bar. And let vector along the normal to the plane second is what? N2 bar. Let this will be say normal to the plane second, and n2 bar is vector along the normal. Here can I say that whatever may be the angle between n1 bar and n2 bar is the angle between these two normals, and angle between two normal is what? Angle between two planes. Means to find out angle between two planes, we have to find out angle between what? Two normals. And to find out angle between two normal, we have to find out angle between what? These two vector, because n1 bar is the vector along the normal to the plane first, and n2 bar is the vector along normal to the plane second. Now we are finding angle between these two vector. We already proved one formula in dot product to find out angle between a bar and b bar. What is that formula? Cos theta is equals to a bar dot b bar divided by magnitude of a bar into magnitude of b bar. Applying this formula, we are able to find out angle between what? Two vector, and here two vectors are what? N1 bar and N2 bar. So what we'll get here? N1 bar dot N2 bar divided by magnitude of n1 bar into magnitude of n2 bar. Applying this formula, we are able to find out angle between two normals, and angle between which two vector? n1 bar and n2 bar. But n1 bar and n2 bar are the vector along the normal. Means same formula is applicable to find out angle between these two normal, and angle between two normal is nothing but what? Angle between these two planes. Means now we have got one formula to find out angle between two planes. If the equation of two planes are given in vector form, then this formula is applicable to find out angle between them. Is it clear? Now in case if the equation of lines are in are in Cartesian form, at that time let us see how to find out angle between them. So now we are discussing second important result. So angle between planes. Now sorry, if equation of planes are in Cartesian form, so angle between plane, let us consider first equation is a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 is equal to 0, and equation of second plane is a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2 is equals to 0. If equation of two planes are given to us, at that time angle between them can be find out as. Now observe these two equations very carefully. What is the equation of first plane? a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 is equal to 0. From this equation, what we can say about a1, b1, c1, these coefficients of xyz are nothing but what? Direction ratios of normal. Means what are the direction ratio of normal to the plane first? a1, b1, c1. And what is this a2, b2, c2? a2, b2, c2 are the direction ratios of normal to the plane second. And normal means what? Two lines. Means direction ratio of first line are a1, b1, c1, and here direction ratio of second line is a2, b2, c2. Means to find out if direction ratios are known to us, we have one formula to find out angle between them. What is that formula? So is given by what is that formula? Cos theta is equals to a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 divided by under root a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into under root a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. Applying this formula, we are able to find out what? Angle between two lines. But here these two lines are nothing but what? Normals. Means applying this formula, we will get angle between the normals, and angle between the normal is nothing but what? Angle between two planes. Means this formula is applicable to find out angle between two planes if their equations are in what? Cartesian form, or we can say that these are Cartesian equation in general form and these are vector equation in general form. So we have got the formulas to find out what? Angle between two planes in both the cases, in vector form also and in Cartesian form also. Now let us discuss the condition for planes to be perpendicular and planes to be parallel. So condition for planes to be perpendicular. So first we are discussing condition for planes to be perpendicular. So now we know that if two planes are perpendicular, at that time their normals are also perpendicular. Normals are perpendicular, which is the unit vector along normal, n1 bar. And here unit vector along the normal to the plane second is what? n2 bar. If normals are perpendicular, means n1 bar and n2 bar, these two vectors are also perpendicular, because if normals are perpendicular, this is vector along normal to the plane first and this is the vector along normal to the plane second. If planes are perpendicular, these normals are also perpendicular, and if normals are perpendicular, these vectors are also perpendicular. Means if these vectors are perpendicular, at that time their dot product will be equals to what? 0, because we know that if two vectors are perpendicular, at that time their dot product is equal to 0. Means if this condition is satisfying, at that time we can say that these two planes are what? Perpendicular. Or if these two planes are perpendicular, then we can say that this condition is satisfying. Is it clear? Now if the equations are in Cartesian form, at that time from the equation of plane first, we will get direction ratio of normal to the plane first. What are the direction ratio of normal? a1, b1, c1. And here what are the direction ratio of normal? a2, b2, c2. If these two planes are perpendicular, then normals are also perpendicular, and we know that if two lines are perpendicular, their direction ratio satisfies which condition? a1, a2 plus b1, b2 sorry, these are not vector quantities. A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equals to 0. Means this condition can be applied if given equations are in vector form, and this second condition can be applied if given two equations are in what? Cartesian form. Now we are finding condition for planes to be parallel. So condition for planes to be what? Parallel. To be parallel. So let us try to find out first condition for vector form and second condition for Cartesian form. Now if two planes are parallel, then the vector along the normals are also parallel. Means which two vectors are parallel? n1 bar and n2 bar are parallel, and we know that if two vectors are parallel, at that time one vector will be expressed as scalar multiple of another vector. Means n1 bar is equal to lambda n2 bar, where lambda is scalar. And we know that if one vector is expressed as scalar multiple of another vector, at that time these two vectors are what? Parallel. Means if planes are parallel, normals are also parallel. Normals are parallel means vector along the normals are also parallel. And if vectors are parallel, they satisfies which condition? n1 bar is equals to lambda n2 bar. Now in the second case, if the planes are parallel, then normals are also parallel. And if normals are parallel, at that time the direction ratio satisfies which condition? A1 upon A2 is equals to B1 upon B2 is equal to C1 upon C2. Means we can say that direction ratios are in proportion. When we can say that values are in proportion? If these ratios are what? Equal. If ratios are equal, values are in proportion. But these values are nothing but what? Direction ratios. Means direction ratios are in proportion, means, or in other word we can say that direction ratios are equal. Okay, if two lines are what? Parallel. So in this way we have seen one formula to find out angle between two planes for vector form and Cartesian form, and later on we have seen the condition for planes to be perpendicular and parallel. Now let us try to prove the formula to find out angle between a line and the plane. So already we know that equation of line in vector form can be written as what? R bar is equal to A bar plus lambda B bar. And equation of plane in vector form can be written as R bar dot n bar is equal to D, where D is nothing but scalar here. Okay. So now we are supposing that theta is angle between this line and the plane. So here we have taken one plane and here we have considered one line. And what is the angle between line and the plane? Means angle made by this line with this plane is equals to what? Theta. Now here from this equation of line, what is the equation of line? R bar is equal to A bar plus lambda B bar. What is B bar? B bar is nothing but the vector parallel to the line, or we can say that it is vector along the line. Means this B bar is nothing but vector parallel to the line, or we can say that it is vector along the line. And from the equation of plane, what is equation of plane? R bar dot n bar is equals to D. What is this n bar? N bar is nothing but vector along normal to the plane. So this line is perpendicular to the plane, means it is normal to the plane, and vector along this normal is what? N bar. Now observe it very carefully. What is the angle made by this line with this plane is theta, and what is the angle made by normal with this plane is 90 degree. 90 degree means what? Because normal is perpendicular to the plane, means this whole angle is equals to what? 90 degree. So what will the measure of this much angle? So therefore this angle from this total 90 degree per subtracting this pi by theta, so we will get here pi by 2. Pi by 2 means what? 90. 90 minus theta will be the angle between what? B bar and n bar. Is it clear? So this whole angle is what? 90 degree. From this 90 degree, if we are subtracting theta, we will get remaining angle, means 90 minus theta. 90 can also be written as what? Pi by 2. Now pi by 2 minus theta is angle between which two vector? N bar and B bar. N bar and what? B bar. So, and if angle between two vector is known to us, then that angle can be find out applying one result which we have seen in dot product. So well, in this case, so therefore here we can say that angle between n b bar and n bar is how much? Pi by 2 minus theta. So therefore cos theta means we are finding angle between these two vectors. So but here angle between these two vectors, instead of theta it is what? Pi by 2 minus theta. That's why here we can say that pi by 2 minus theta, cos pi by 2 minus theta. What is the formula to find out angle between two vectors? Cos theta is equal to a bar dot b bar upon magnitude of a bar into magnitude of b bar. This formula we are applying here to find out angle between these two vectors. So cos theta, instead of theta, angle is what here? Pi by 2 minus theta is equals to, according to this definition, what we'll get here? B bar dot n bar divided by magnitude of b bar into magnitude of n bar. And if you are giving here mod, means our interest is to find out acute angle between these two vectors. Okay, but in trigonometry, we have studied allied angle formulas, and our formula says that cos pi by 2 minus theta, cos pi by 2 minus theta is equal to what? Sin theta is equal to sin theta, and on this side b bar dot n bar upon magnitude of b bar into magnitude of n bar, keep it as it is. Now we can observe here this theta. What formula we have got? Sin theta. Theta is nothing but what? What is theta here? Theta is angle between the line and the plane. Angle between the line and this plane. Theta is angle between the line and the plane. Means applying this formula we are able to find out angle between the line and the plane. So this is our required formula to find out what? Angle between line and the plane. And to apply this formula, which two values are required? B bar and n bar. Value of B bar can be find out from the equation of line, and value of n bar can be find out from the equation of plane. Means if equation of line and plane is given to us, we will get B bar also and we will get n bar also. And once these values are known to us, this formula is applicable to find out angle between line and the plane. So this formula is applicable if equations are in what? Vector form. Now let us discuss a formula to find out angle between line and the plane if their equations are in what? Cartesian form. So well, here let us denote it by first result. Now second result, let theta be the angle between line. Let the equation of line is x minus x1 upon a1 plus y minus y1 upon b1 is equal to z minus z1 upon c1. So we have written equation of line in what? Cartesian form. And plane. So theta is the angle between line and plane. Let us denote the equation of plane by a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus better way write down d2 is equals to 0. So equation of line is known to us, equation of plane is known to us. So therefore, instead of cos theta, what result we have got here? Sin theta. Just we are applying the same formula here. Now, what is B bar here? B bar is nothing but vector along the line. What are the direction ratios of the line? These are direction from the equation of line. Direction ratios of the line can be find out. What are the direction ratio? A1, B1, C1. If these are the direction ratios, then vector along the line will be equals to A1 I cap plus B1 J cap plus C1 K cap. Means from the equation of line we will get its direction ratio. Once the direction ratios are known to us, we are able to define vector along the line. And these A2, B2, C2 are what? Direction ratios of normal, and here direct vector along the normal we have denoted by what? N bar. Since direction ratios of normal are known to us, so vector along the normal is defined as A2I bar plus B2J bar plus C2K bar. Okay, so just we are applying same formula. In the numerator we have to find out their dot product. So let us try to find out dot product of these two vectors which are represented in what? Cartesian form. So what we'll get here? A1 A2 means product of coefficient of I cap, product of coefficient of J cap is B1 B2, and product of coefficient of K cap is C1 C2. In this way in the numerator, we have got the dot product of these two vectors. In the denominator, first write down the magnitude of b bar. So from this b bar, we will get its magnitude, that is a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square, and second value is magnitude of n bar. So from this Cartesian representation, its magnitude is a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. In this way, we have got another formula to find out angle between a line and the plane. And when this formula is applicable, if direction ratios of line and direction ratios of normal to the plane are given to us, and easily we are able to find out these values if equation of line is given and equation of plane is given. So in this way, we have seen a formula in vector form also and in Cartesian form also to find out angle between the line and the plane. Now we will discuss some very important conditions for lines to be what? Line is perpendicular to the plane and line is parallel to the plane. So third point, condition for line to be perpendicular to plane. First we will discuss one condition in vector form, and then we will discuss the condition in what? Cartesian form also. Now let us suppose that this will be, say, one plane, okay, and this line is perpendicular to the plane. Line is what? Perpendicular to the plane. So line is perpendicular to the plane, and even we know that normal is also a line perpendicular to the plane. Now if line is perpendicular to the plane, then can I say that it is parallel to what? Normal. So what is the vector along the line? B bar. So from this equation we can say that B bar is the vector along the line, and which is the vector along the normal? N bar. If line is perpendicular to the plane, means definitely it will be the parallel to what? Normal. Means here B bar and N bar are parallel to each other, and we know that if two vectors are parallel, at that time one vector will be expressed as what? Scalar multiple of another vector. So where lambda is scalar. Hope you have got it. So if line is perpendicular to the plane, means it is parallel to the plane, and if these two lines are parallel, vector along the lines are also what? Parallel, and if two vectors are parallel, one vector will be expressed as scalar multiple of another vector. And now let us try to find out another condition in terms of direction ratios. So what are the direction ratios of line? First, A1, B1, C1. What are the direction ratios of normal? A2, B2, C2. And we know that if two lines are parallel to each other, definitely line is perpendicular to the plane. But if it is, when it is perpendicular to the plane, at that time it is parallel to what? Normal. And if two lines are parallel, at that time their direction ratio satisfies which condition? A1, A2 is equals to B1, B2 is equals to what? C1, C2. Means the conditions which are applicable for parallel lines are applicable in case of what? Perpendicular. Means if a line is perpendicular to the plane, at that time it is parallel to the normal, and that's why these conditions are satisfying. And now let us discuss the condition for line to be what? Parallel to the plane. So now next important result is condition for line to be parallel to plane. Now let us see what we will get if line is parallel to the plane. Here also we are trying to find out two conditions. One is in vector form and another is in what? Cartesian form. So let us consider here one plane. Plane means what? It is flat surface, and let this will be, say, one line which is parallel to this plane. Okay, line is parallel to the plane. If line is parallel to the plane, means can I say that it is perpendicular to the normal to the plane? Yes, it is perpendicular to what? Normal to the plane. Now which is the vector along the line? Vector along the line is B bar, and which is the vector along the normal? N bar. If this line is perpendicular to the normal, means B bar and N bar are also perpendicular, and we know that if two vectors are perpendicular, at that time their dot product will be equals to what? 0. So B bar dot N bar will be equals to 0. This condition is satisfying if these equations are given in what? Vector form. Now let us discuss what will happen if the equations are in Cartesian form. As it stands, this normal and the line are perpendicular. Line is definitely parallel to the plane. When it is parallel to the plane, at that time it is perpendicular to what? Normal. And if two lines are perpendicular, at that time their direction ratio satisfies which condition? A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to 0. So in this way we have got a formula to find out angle between the line and a plane in vector form, in Cartesian form. Even we have got a conditions for line is perpendicular to the plane in vector form and in Cartesian form also, and condition for line parallel to the planes are also known to us in vector form and in Cartesian form. So from tomorrow onwards, I will share 3 videos every day. One in the morning at 8 a.m., one in the evening, one in the noon at 2 p.m. and one in the evening at 8 p.m. And I will try to complete this whole syllabus till October end. So now this is July end. From tomorrow, August is starting. In August, September and October. Within these 3 months, I will try to complete the whole syllabus of first paper also and second paper also. And if you like these videos, so you does not need to go for any tuitions. And even after October, we will start the objective type questions which will be helpful for all competitive exams like JEE, NDA and MHT CET. आपको पूरा सिलेबस में अक्टूबर एंड तक ख़त्म करने की कोशिश करूँगा. अभी तो हम कल से 3 वीडियो अपलोड करने की कोशिश करेंगे. उसके बाद पॉसिबल हुआ तो 4 वीडियोस भी अपलोड करने की कोशिश करेंगे. बट वी विल ट्राई टू कंप्लीट द होल सिलेबस टिल व्हाट? October end. And after that we will get lot of time, November, December, January and February also. So after and within that much time we will try to complete the objective type questions of all the chapters.